What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake. Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this Friday's Wrestling Gold Friday night. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Yes, another work week in the history books. Unless you got to work this weekend. Hats off to you. We're glad you're there to do things we try to get away from, working on the weekend. Before we get started, let's crack open a cold one. Give a salute to all the hard-working men and women who worked hard this week. And, whoops. Toast or cheers to all those hard-working men and women who worked hard this week and are working hard this weekend. Cheers. I swear, folks, I don't shake this up before I open it up. I don't know why it gets that foamy. That beer sure is cold. Kind of like it is outside. A little chilly. That's the reason I'm in a hoodie. Kind of chilly in here, which I think I explained it before. My place is on blocks. Not like a trailer block, but it's like a block house, a little one bathroom block house. And it's not on blocks like a mobile home. In other words, it's a block house. So anyway, once the blocks get cold, it gets a little nippy in here. And I don't like cutting my heater up too high. Plus it's not like freezing cold, but cold enough to where I feel at least comfortable enough in the hoodie. But anyway, digress about that. But anyway, how's everybody doing this Friday evening? Hope everybody's ready to talk about some classic wrestling. If you are ready to do that, join me live up here. Join me in the chat. I encourage everybody to share a memory, give your opinion, or just simply say hello. Also, don't forget to drop that like button. If you're not joining me live and you watch it later on, hey, the comments are down there. Again, hit me up with your opinions, memories, or just a friendly hello. That's always works for me. I don't know if I can. Wait a minute, crap! I meant to do something, but anyway, I'm thinking about something I did earlier. But yeah, let me see if I can share the photo. I'll have to. Let's see if I can. Oh man. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time here because we got a kind of a long little watch along here. We're going to be doing Georgia Championship Wrestling from October 31st, 1981. Why is that such a historic one? Let you know later. It'll be coming up. Let's see. I know there's a way I can, but I'm not going to try to do that. Let me just do this. Share. We'll do it that way. I had to do this earlier, but oops, press the send button. But anyway, yes, hopefully everybody had a good Friday. I probably was not expecting going to have people running late. Probably more people, which that's been every one of these shows. More people seem to watch this after the fact than join in. But if you are watching this after the fact and you enjoy it, hey, I encourage you people try tuning in live. You can be late if you want to. I mean, it's all cool with me. I know Friday nights here, getting coming home from work, going out to dinner, coming back around that time. So, but yeah, definitely encourage you to tune in here and whenever you can, and chime in your opinions and all that. Also, so yeah, if you're also, like I said, it helps this channel out when you hit the like button as well. So, yeah, I'm trying to solve a little bit of time, but I do want to kind of get things a little hurried up here. Let me see here. So, in case I had trick or treaters today, let's see here. I see. Usually I don't get a lot of trick or treaters. But I do get some here or there, and sometimes I'm prepared, sometimes I'm not. I know tonight I was going to be doing this. I've actually already had one before I got everything started, so I was like, well, let me do this here. So, thinking about my neighbors around here, I went ahead and planned ahead a little bit. There we go. Oop. Okay. So yeah, a little bit prepared there. I was like, you know what? Let me just set the bowl out here with some. I didn't have a top for the bowl, so I put some aluminum foil on top. Wrote a little note there, said, "Hey, happy Halloween. Trying to be a YouTube star here." So, you trick or treaters out there, help yourself. Grab you a handful. Be safe out there. And oh yeah, I had to do a cheap plug to, hopefully they'll subscribe to my channel. I already had like one couple with a couple of kids, so maybe they'll do it if I'm lucky. But so yeah, I thought ahead. So yeah, if you're happen to be watching this on your phone or listen to it on your phone while you're taking your kids trick or treating, make sure you be safe. Check the candy. Make sure it's safe for the kids. I know a lot of kids today have the nut allergies and stuff like that, and I don't think I had too many. I think it has a few Reese's and Kit Kats in that bag, but that's for just in case there's lots of kids who have, nut allergies, or I don't get a lot of trick or treaters, so that's kind of selfish of me. In other words, favorite candy, Reese's peanut butter cups. Most of all, the Reese's peanut butter chocolate candies I like. That's my Achilles heel. The Reese's covered pretzels, love those. And a few months ago, I did see they had Reese's or pretzels with Reese's peanut butter in the inside the pretzel, whatever. Those are good too. But yeah, we're not here to talk about candy and all that good stuff. And I already did the cheap plug, but how we usually start off with Wrestling Gold Friday night, besides me babbling about bullshit about stuff, we just discuss a little bit of history here. Let me get my notes ready here, and let's go at it. So on, there we go. I'm right now. See, I'm trying to be fancy. Like I said, I'm trying to get fancy like Applebee's on y'all, you folks. I just gotta make sure I know how to be fancy. So, yeah, here I am. Then, hey, how you doing? I'm over here. Anyway, today is October 31st. It is Halloween night. And on this day in wrestling history, or in 1972, Tomomi Jumbo Tsuruta, who was a member of the Japanese Olympic wrestling team, joins All Japan Pro Wrestling. So, 1972, he started training in Baba's dojo and all that, trying to get prepared for his matches and all that. So, and he is a former AWA World Champion. Wanted to become a big star in Japan as well. On this day in 1975, speaking of Giant Baba defeated Harley Race to become a 2-time world heavyweight champion in Nagawa, Japan. Now, neither one of those title reigns were long. Basically, I think, was it Harley both times? Or no, Story Funk one time, wasn't it? No, or help me out, chat. Was it Dory Funk or Jack Briscoe who did the honors for Giant Baba? I think it was Jack Briscoe. But basically, they went over there, toured, dropped the belt to Baba. Then by the end of their run in Japan, Baba dropped it back. And same thing with Harley here. Went over there. Harley, of course, along with a lot of people respected Baba. Hey, a lot of people respected Inoki as well. So they thought, hey, let's give him a brief little run here. On this date in 1981, I gotta remember which one I'm going at. Roddy Piper joins Gordon Solie as the colored commentator for Georgia Championship Wrestling, and that is our watch along for tonight. Hopefully this is right, and what we watched tonight actually kind of shows this. But the show saw the return of Austin Idol under a mask attack Michael Hayes. I'm not sure why I'm giving that away. The return of Ivan Koloff along with Gene and Ole Anderson. On this day in 1982, Dusty Rhodes defeated Jimmy Garvin to win the Southern title in Orlando, Florida. Let's scroll here a little bit more. On this day in 1985, the WWF. When I copy and paste the notes, it says WWE, but we're calling it WWF. In 85, it was WWF, the World Wrestling Federation, the worldwide leader in sports entertainment, because it's what the world is watching. That's what, I forgot what era that was. But anyway, yes, WWE taped the third episode of Saturday Night's Main Event in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The main event was Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy, with Bobby Heenan in the corner, resulted in a disqualification win for Hogan and Andre. Terry Funk defeated the Junkyard Dog. Ricky Steamboat defeated Mr. Fuji with Magnificent Morocco. Intercontinental Championship match, Tito Santana and Randy Savage fought to a double countout. Now, I do definitely remember this Saturday night's main event. It was a Halloween special. You've seen all the people there with the Halloween costumes. You see the Iron Sheik as Bat Sheik there. Hogan as, I guess a, what do you call it, Greek warrior. But yeah, definitely remember this, and I thought it was so cool seeing Hulk Hogan and Andre Giant in a tag team match. This is probably where I did start watching wrestling, and it was mainly WWF. Then not long after this was people got in my ear about, hey man, you got screw that shit. Check out the NWA. Turn to channel 4 if you have it, and it's a channel out of Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, I think it was noon. I think 11 o'clock. NWA Pro. If anybody remembers that, let me know. But I think it's around that time it came on. About 11 o'clock on Saturdays. NWA Pro on channel 4 in Charlotte. I think that's right. I believe that's right. Anyway, on this day in, hopefully I'm not fading in and out. Oh shit. Make sure the mic is in the right place and I'm not fading in and out. Okay. Testing, 1, 2. All right. On this day in 1989, Saturday night's main event, 24, took place on October 31st, 1989. That's when they taped it from Topeka, Kansas at the Sunflower State Exo Center and aired on November 25th, 1989. The event aired on NBC and drew a 8.7 rating. On that show, we had Ultimate Warrior defeat Andre the Giant by disqualification. This was a singles match for the Intercontinental Championship. Dusty Rhodes defeated Big Boss Man in a singles match. Mr. Perfect defeated Red Rooster. And a couple of historic things happened in that show. One, the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marginate defeated the Brainbusters, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, and do believe this was the last time Arn and Tully would be in a tag match. Also, one of those rarities, the Genius defeated Hulk Hogan by count out, of course. This was for the WWF World Championship, but since it was a count out win, Hulk Hogan kept his championship. But yeah, this is another Saturday Night's main event for that reason. Hulk Hogan getting a count out loss, and the announcers made a big deal about it. Joking, testes. What's going down? Oh, nothing much, man. Just trying to be a star. But everybody here, you can hear me pretty good. Obviously, you heard me say testes or testing. Syphilis. Sorry, folks. Kind of an inside thing. Not really an inside thing, but one of those things. On this day in 1992, longtime wrestler and promoter Joe Dusek of Omaha passed away at the age of 81. Rest in peace. Yes, by the way, condolences and rest in peace to Scotty Beach. Condolences to his friends and family. He passed away this past week. Not sure. Have my guesses, but not going to discuss it. Not my place. Longtime Georgia wrestling fans probably recognize him, especially if you went the Georgia Independence. You've probably seen him once or twice. Dude was, the couple times I've seen him, dude was very entertaining and pretty good in the ring. But yeah, apparently he was a pretty good dude too. But unfortunately, the wrestling world lost him this past week. So as I say again, condolences go to his friends and family. On this day in 1998, at the All Japan Wrestling 26th anniversary show in Tokyo, Japan, at Budokan Hall, drawing 16,300 people, it saw Mitsaru Misawa pin Kenta Kobashi to win the All Japan Triple Crown Championship. I'll try to read some of these names. The ones I'll name, I'll do it. let's see, Gary Albright and Kamala 2. I guess his real name was Ben Peacock, but Kamala 2, they defeated Stan Hansen and Wolf Hawkfield. I believe that was Wolf Hawkfield. I think that was a Street Fighter character, wasn't it? So yeah, Jim Steele used the Street Fighter video game character Wolf Hawkfield to build a live action character of that. Let's see, Giant Baba Jinsei Shinzaki, who was Akushi in the WWF. Masaniki Marufuji defeated Jado, and Yoshinobu Kinemura. Hey, I know that name. I think he was a WCW. No, what was he, like the first WCW Cruiserweight champion? But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce these names. It's too late in the day for me to try that, and you don't want to be like waste a lot of time. But anyway, that concludes today in wrestling history. I think I'm making pretty good time here. Let's see. And I gotta do this too. I gotta turn the intro net on. Let me see. Oh, of course the intro net is on, but like I said, tonight's watch along is Georgia Championship Wrestling from October 31st, Halloween night in 1981, featuring the debut of Roddy Piper as the guest, or actually, he stayed a while to be the colored commentator for Georgia Championship Wrestling. Okay. So let me go ahead and copy the link here. Throw this back on. Man, those dogs need to feed themselves. How old are they now? Yeah, there's the link to the watch along. Probably asking, why do you share a link? Well, because of yeah, they're old enough to feed themselves. Psh. Psh. I was having to feed myself when I was 5 years old, 4 years old. When I was that age, I had 2 jobs and going to school. Rain, sleet, or snow, uphill, both ways. Just kidding, folks. I know they're doggies. Little doggy, little Shih Tzus. So if you have dogs out there, you have Shih Tzus. You have something kind of with Joe and his better half, Brenda. Oops. But so yeah, there's a, if you don't want to say hey to me, say hey to them. So hey, yo, what's up? I got Shih Tzus too. I wouldn't mind having a dog, but I'm just not home enough to do that anymore. I'm like constantly out of town. Or, just like I said, it's not home enough. I know some people say, oh, you can take it out of town, will you? And it's like, no, not really. Because you got to pay like a fee for it, and then I have to leave it in a hotel all day. I mean, I could take it to the site with me, but then, job sites, they get dirty. Dog gets dirty, and you got to wash it every night. It's just, I know it sounds like a cop out, but yeah. And plus, I just don't feel safe bringing a dog to a job site with all this heavy equipment and stuff like that. A lot of people do, but I don't want. I particularly don't want to deal with that. But all right. So you're good to go. Let's see. I should be good to go here as well. Like I said, the link is on there. Yes, I do share the link and have people, watch along because copyrights, copyright. Which, yes, this year I will be doing the annual wrestling classic or classic wrestling reminiscing featuring Starrcade 86, and I think it's the third Survivor Series, maybe fourth one. I forgot which one. Oops. Nope, not yet. So I watched one of them the other night, and I went on Wikipedia to kind of read about it, and they said, yeah, when it came on the network, it was like some copyright issues and stuff like that. That's the reason some of the music was edited out and other stuff was kind of edited out. But I'm like, I'll harp on that later. But basically, same reason. If I show this on here, I get copyright hit, and I will either have to erase the whole video or erase the segment as we're talking about it. So I'm like, okay, I'll just keep it out. Basically share the link, click on the link. I'll do the countdown. That way everybody can hopefully watch along, where hopefully our timing is in sync. So now that the babbling is done, like I said, Joe King, you're ready. Is everybody ready? If you are, here we go. Press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. And nobody hears the background. That's good. Again, gotta love that jazzy music they had back in the day too. For hey, there's Hulk Hogan, Mr. Wrestling 2. But yeah, you gotta love that snazzy music in the early 80s, late 70s. And there he is, the legend himself, Gordon Solie. The dean of professional wrestling. One time they called him the Walter Cronkite of professional wrestling. Walter Cronkite was a well-respected, famous news guy for, I think, CBS. So yes, of course, that's the legendary Mr. Wrestling 2, Steve-O Sinowski. Did a lot here. I think he spent some time, most of the time in AWA since he's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now Mike Miller, he got a bigger push and became a bigger star in Portland wrestling and that territory. Big guy. And of course, this is his name is Mr. Wrestling too. That he's going in there with the wrestling moves, taking a big guy down. But I got big guys like, okay, I've had enough. That's enough. That's who that is. That's Vince Russo. Just kidding. Russo's I think probably a bit taller than this guy is. Now that wasn't the full $1 million knee. That was just a that's $1.50 right there. You know, not the full $1 million. Now, the Steve-O, was he Steve-O, I guess, since he's from Minnesota, was he trained by the Ganyas? Because he seems to kind of, you know, if you watched Vern and Greg Gagne work, you kind of know they were kind of, I don't want to say happy feet, kind of just, I gotta say this. What kind of, you know, I guess say happy feet, whatever. Always kind of kicking her feet up and down. I can't. It's kind of hard. Just watch his feet. You kind of kind of explains it. Oops, not Steve Urkel. There we go. He is actually still alive. He's 73 years old. So, yep, just found out. Trained by Vern Gagne, debuted in 1978, retired in 1991. Seems to here he had his more success in Georgia Championship Wrestling, Georgia Junior Heavyweight Champion, Television Champion, National Heavyweight Champion, Tag Team Champion with Ted DiBiase. Actually, let's see, in PWI 500 in 1991, he was ranked number 249, AWA Rookie of the Year in 1978. So yes, he definitely wrestles that Vern Gagne, Minnesota style. I mean, you're almost seeing, you know, he's got his own little twist about it, um, but definitely tell it's like, okay, he was definitely trained by Vern Gagne, kind of mimics a lot of their movement. Yeah, especially the feet movement. All right, Mike Miller's like, all right, time to whoop some tail here. Oh, mean Mike Miller. Like I said, Mike Miller, he became bigger star in Portland, wrestling Memphis for a while. I think when Portland went down. Of course, what can you say about Mr. Wrestling 2? Multi-time NWA Georgia champion, tag team champion with Miss Wrestling 1. Spent a little bit of time in WWF when Vince McMahon bought Georgia Championship Wrestling, but not a whole lot of time. Hey, your referee is Scrappy McGowan. There we go. We got the hot tag in there. Oh, Scrappy McGowan. And no, he never got. You see that hairdo he has there? Never did change. Never got a short haircut. Never got a. Never let this grow out longer or anything like that. That same haircut. See, I like watching referees. I've really noticed referees back then, how they kind of just get in there and hey, put a, once you wrestle Taz, he starts putting a count in and say, hey, one person in, one person out. When somebody's in the corner, kind of not doing a break. Referees back then would like get in there and say, hey, break it up, let's go. Beautiful sunset flip. So at this time, in case you can't notice there, Steve-O, I think they did a little video package like a couple weeks prior to this of how he was learning karate and putting more of the martial arts into his wrestling game. So you seen that display there. Hit him with a bicycle kick in the face, which is called a bro kick now. So it won't be, how you doing, fella? It's, the Minnesota. Hi, fella. How you doing? Here's a bro kick for you. Here's a bro kick for you, guy. Here comes the man right here. One bad SOB. And this Hammerneger's going to learn the hard way. It's like, boy, I'm trying to take my straps off, or chaps off here. Kind of pace myself here a little bit. I'm trying, I was trying to be nice to you little Hammerneger here. We're just going to have a nice little wrestling match here. Where you at? There you are. I see you now. There you are. I got the elbow on you. But no, you didn't want to do that. So now I'm just going to have to beat the hell out of you. Now, is that Ken Tibbs? A big, big man. A big, bad man. The bad man from Borgia, Texas. No, that can't be Ken Tibbs. Could be, I don't know. Hanson with I hope this lands. Knee drop. And that's it. It is done. There's that big lariat. And also, Stan Hansen was, if so happened my brother or sister is watching this, was it Stan Hansen, one of my mom's favorite wrestlers? I mean, doesn't she have, or at one time had like an autographed picture of Stan Hansen one time. She was a fan of his. And that's the woes, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, joke's on you, Dusty. I put my pants on both legs at the same time and then pull them up. Hello, Brenda Watson. You think he was? Yeah, I think so. I think I remember maybe Tony said something about it. Oh, Big Red. 2 referees. No disqualification. Be there. There's some. Speaking of men, to be the man, you got to beat the man. There's him with the original, the 10 pounds of gold. Yeah, man, I wish, gosh, I was definitely born in the wrong. I should have been born like, at least 5 years earlier. See this that little segment right there is like, okay, we're gonna have a world title match. We're gonna have Flair, Dusty. We're buying tickets. We're going. Oh, Rick Thor. He is a 4-time All-American at Georgia Tech for chess. One great chess player. And man, that dude's pretty legendary. If you really think about it, Austin Idol. Yeah, he's Austin Idol, the legendary check casher. Quickly, Fred Ward booked him to win a battle royal in Columbus, Georgia, where the winner won $5,000. After he won, he was handed a check. He put in his tights, went to the locker room, shouted up, left, realized he had a check still in his possession. And I mean, of course, this was 1980 something. So he went to the bank. Be like, yeah, I'm Austin Idol. I mean, they didn't make you do 2 IDs or anything. It's probably one of the reasons you had to at least have one piece of identification. But Austin Idol, he's a big star on TV. So he went to the bank, asked if he could cash this check. They cashed it for him. He pocketed it, and the rest is history. That's according to Austin Idol. And apparently, it's pretty legit, you know. People kind of backed him up on that story. But here's Idol being a heel right now. But yeah, he'll if he cuts a promo, he'll still talk about, you know, Idol Mania and probably do the cup here thing. And that's a couple of things that Hulk Hogan got from him. And of course, you know, at the time, you know, Idol in great shape, one of those gym-like physiques, bodybuilder type physiques, you know. The Universal Heartthrob is what he called himself. Oh, Mike Thor's putting the pawns to him. Like I said, an 8-time All-American chess player for Georgia Tech. I'm bullshitting. I have no clue. Said nope, 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 no. Here comes the Las Vegas Lady Lock. Bleach blonde hair. Okay, don't. And of course, the pose. It's got a pose. And of course, he got some. Austin was another one of these guys who got some of his shtick from superstar Billy Graham, the 24-inch pythons, and so now I think might have been earlier in the year or earlier or late '80. Him and Kevin Sullivan was in a feud with the Fabulous Freebirds, where they had the famous 4 flat tires angle they did. Freaking young Michael Hayes before the beard and everything. Yeah, yeah. Let's a little funny about the beard. Now that Gary Hart, I've kind of very underrated manager. I feel he wasn't a big. I mean, he sometimes would interfere every now and then, but he would try to be more than just a gimmick passer and just somebody just make sure the heat's on him totally. Make sure his heel wrestler got plenty of heat, got plenty of the attention. It's kind of slippery slope to go on. At the time, uh, Dallas Cowboys were winning championships, winning Super Bowls, were America's team, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were hot garbage. Now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are somewhat competitive, and oh yeah, here it is right here. Here's Steve-O doing some karate kicks. Joe King. I liked Hart. Hart had Kabuki. Yes, he did. He had a lot of good talent. He had the gang. He had Al Perez. The whole JTEX Corporation. Chris Adams at one time. Bundy. gutting kabuki as a way of making things pretty and making them ugly. All right. Can y'all hear me now? Yeah, I think my little. Okay, here we go. We're back on. Yeah, thank you. We need to have a Roadhouse moment with Steve Kanowski. Olsenowski. 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 Only one kabuki. Actually, there's two kabukis, but the other one is obviously a phony. Ticket info 577-9600. Call it. The Great Mephisto. Yes, remember those days where Hills would put a bounty on the baby faces? Don't see that too much anymore. Yeah, it's butt kicking time. Stan Hansen at this time. Oh, Don Gilbert. Don't think he's any kin to Eddie or Tommy or Doug. Now, spoiler alert here. That is not Bill Eddie, the mass superstar. Don't think. That is Scott Irwin, the brother of Bill Irwin. Roddy Piper. Talking about beating the dogs with damn newspaper. I mean, at least I don't think. Yeah, I think that's Scott. Yeah, that's Scott Irwin. That's not Bill 80. Yep, Stan Hansen was a babyface in Georgia. And see, that's what was made one of the things that made Gordon great. He would sit there and like describe these moves and say, "Hey, this is the body parts that it's damaging." Yeah, I think I know what he's about to do here. Time to get fired up. He get fired up. He wants a piece of that mass destroyer or superstar. So he did do the same clothesline, and he's using the same finishing hold as the Masked Superstar, but I think that's. I mean, I know later if it's not if it's Billy now later on it was Bill Irwin being that's or not Bill, but that's Scott Irwin. Oh, nice one. Oh, down goes Scrappy. There we go. Now we're getting a pop here. Now we got Tora Kamara. Here it comes. Here it comes, Tommy. So yeah, y'all gonna have to let me go now. I'm ready to get fired up here. Let's see. Brian St. John, I think he was a junior champion a couple of times. I think he got bigger pushes in Florida. Of course, Brian Blair got his start in Florida, but you probably remember him better as B. Brian Blair, one half of the Killer Bees. Oh yeah, I mean, most popular guy on it's got to be at this time, if not the most popular, but one of the most popular wrestlers on TV. And he was on national. I mean, this was TBS, nationwide, if you will, baby. Yeah, Brian Blair, one of Iron Sheik's favorite wrestlers. I take him down, put them in the Cobra Clutch. Then I humble them. I ain't gonna say what else he said. Y'all, you folks can find that out. I left the part out for obvious reasons. And I believe the referee there is Nick Patrick, the son of Jody Hamilton, more famous known as the Assassin. Nick Patrick, he tried to be an in-ring performer at one time, but knees couldn't hold up. So he went back being he was short time a commentator for his dad's promotion, Deep South Wrestling. Then went when that went under, made his way to WCW and became a full-time referee. And actually became the senior official of WCW until he became a bad guy official. Went NWO. Let's see what kind of a wrestler Brian St. John. I heard he was pretty decent, but one of those guys didn't. Makes a territory guy, but I think he got, if I remember correctly, again, hit me up in the chat here if you're watching live or in the comments. I think he had a bigger push in Florida. But I've noticed Piper, he's not overly being a heel, but you definitely know he's the heel, being a heel color commentator. Okay, yeah, more of a name in Florida. Thought so. And there's the logo, Superstation WTBS and Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, we actually went Broadway here. And we go Broadway, and now we got to go to Fisticuff or Forum Cuffs. Oh, I think I got frozen there. I am not asleep, folks. I'm wide awake. Camera froze up on me. Okay, we're back. I either look asleep or stoned. See, nothing big, a little entertaining there. Oh, Jim Nelson. Jim Nelson was a tattoo partner of Don Carnola when they was part of Sergeant Slaughter's army troops, whatever. But he would gain bigger fame as Boris Zukov, former AWA. I think he was an AWA tag team champion. Part of tag team with Nikolai Volkov at the WWF as the Bolsheviks. He said cocked. Gordon Soley said right hand cocked. Yes, I'm sometimes can be sophomoric. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, I mean, Roddy Piper as a commentator here, like I said, not full fledged, whatever heel, but he is the heel color commentator, but definitely not as cartoony as say like Jesse the Body Ventura became. Not really a real knock on Jesse Ventura. I mean, he was great what he did as far as color commentary. I mean, probably the best as far as color commentators goes. It was Jesse the Body Ventura, but I'm pretty sure Ole Anderson. I think Ole was booking at the time. He probably said, "Oh, we don't do cartoon shit. Just kind of keep it straight, but make sure you're a fucking heel." Then I think he wound up firing, as Gordon Soley would say, Roddy Piper for I think he called him doing the booger sugar. I think he was late for a show or something like that. I forgot the full story. I think it's in Ole's book. Yeah, he was really good. I mean, he was really good with Jesse Ventura or Gorilla Monsoon. Jesse was really good with Vince McMahon. I mean, he didn't Ventura was just so quick witted. Quick with a line or something like that. Definitely braggadocious on himself. But yeah, you'll see Jesse Ventura, um, Heenan, of course. I I really want to say freaking Michael Hayes and with Jim Ross in the UWF was great. I mean, as much as I do not like Michael Cole, JBL with Michael Cole is pretty decent. Oh, the double karate chop on the noggin there. Ah, there he is. Yes, this is the original Kabuki. I to be fair, I think if you've seen Gary Hart with Kabuki, it's Kabuki. But we'll definitely find out little later. But yeah, and yes, that tells you right there the green mist. Oh, Action Mike Jackson still wrestles to this day. I think. Yeah, that's definitely the original, the real one. Yep. And see, I'm 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 good now. That's to me why Kabuki was so fucking cool. The green mist, and of course, a few little karate moves. Somebody in the crowd farted or something like that. Everybody had to turn around. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I was kind of wondering. It's like seeing a crowd just kind of turn around. I don't know if somebody farted and or some people changing. I don't know. Yes, Kabuki, master of the pressure points and the martial arts. Oh, they're just oh Jackson, actually Mike Jackson making a big comeback here. Said that Kabuki said that's enough. That's enough. Oh, okay. They must be kind of making fun of the Kabuki spin thing. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, he was asking for that. Trying to do some flying head scissors bullshit on him and some monkey flips. Kabuki said, nah, nah, not today. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Well, he's like the forever Alabama junior heavyweight champion. Oh, he didn't say be there. And that's why. He slapped the champion. Oh, Billy Joe Good. Here he comes. Billy Joe Good. Yeah, he might get that Ric Flair drip. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I really didn't notice it before, but you know, uh, definitely notice. Well, you kind of always noticed it that he would, you know, Stan Hansen would always kind of like, especially when dropping an elbow or a leg or something like that, he'd put his hand on the wrestler, and you thought, okay, you know, you figure, tell him it's coming, and or you know, kayfabe wise, you know, kind of make sure he's kept held down until the knee drop happens. But I think it's to make sure where I think for Stan Hansen, he kind of felt where he was trying to feel where his opponent was, to make sure he don't don't do anything too bad because he couldn't see too well. To make sure he's right there. Russo, you might want to watch that. You might, boy. Uh-oh. All right, Billy Bob Joe Good. You gonna get these hands too? All right, take care of this Billy Joe Good before I freaking really get mad. Kind of like they want to fight back on me. That's it for Billy Joe Good. Yeah, Billy Joe Good wasn't that good. I have a feeling Russo there had a good talking to by Stan Hansen. Get the long guy, tag him. Oh, Big Red. All right, fans of this time, chat me up on here. What was y'all's favorite match of Big Red? I and which I haven't seen. I would, gosh, that would be so cool. But I've not seen like every episode of Georgia Championship Wrestling. I didn't watch any of the or very little of the All South Wrestling with Gunkel. I know he was there. I know they Jim Wilson and Thunderbolt Pass are trying to do another independent wrestling union promotion. Oh, Ray Stevens. That's the name I tried to figure out the other day. But anyway, chat me up, man. How good was Big Red? What was your favorite Big Red match? Oh shit. That looks like one of those that looks like one of those bumps Ray Stevens would take. Now Ray Stevens probably definitely the twilight of his career at this time. But he was known as, being a great technician in the ring. Freaking a freaking master bumper. I mean, you've seen like Ric Flair does a whole tumble on the corner, stuff like that. Supposedly Ray Stevens was the first to do that. Yeah, Ray Stevens like, nah. I don't get paid by the hour, brother. He's probably just a little mad because he's like, damn it, that one your corner bump was better than mine. Hog jaw. Who's that? Oh, Big Red. Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing him appear on like Superstars of Wrestling, but never really wrestled on there. I don't know why I got clicked. Oh yeah, I know. I remember why now. But Joe King said having wrestling against Killer Khan or Mongolian Stomper, one of those turds. Hey, Stomper was good. But yeah, I know he made some appearances on Superstars Wrestling, but this came to the studio and talked to Joe Pensino and Bonnie Blackstone. And I think he made some shots for Southern Championship Wrestling from Georgia, but don't think I really remember seeing him on TV wrestling. I mean, if he did wrestle, it was like a quick match on TV. This might be one of those times where Billy Eddie, did, Real Mass Superstar, was in Japan. I know he would make quite a few trips to Japan. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Kind of like a goodwill ambassador type guy. Probably wrestled a few times, but damn, you didn't have to. You didn't have to knock out Scrappy McGowan. What did he do to you? Tommy said, we ain't playing that. Not today. Jose Medina versus Ted Oates. That's what Ted Oates. The trainer of Marty Jannetty. That's one thing people don't talk about the Oates brothers that much. I mean, they didn't. They was used well in most of the territories they went to. I know Ted, he was a former Central States champion when he was there. That's where he brought Marty with him after he trained him up. Ole! Yeah, I mean, big stars here. They were, I know, like I said, Ted was former Central States champion, but they was like, but they were never like the top brother tag team, anything like that. Oh, him and his brother were actually All Japan, All Asian Tag Team Champions. And like I said, Central States, he was a Central States champion and tag team champion. 3 times with his brother Jerry, one with Akio Soto. National Tag Team Champions with Rip Rogers as one half the Hollywood Blondes. United States Junior Heavyweight Champion in the Southeastern promotion. So definitely regional guys. Just um I mean, if it was on the Georgia Championship Wrestling banner, I know at the tail end when they was doing those shows, I think it was Buzz Sawyer and Dick Slater. I think. And I'm kind of going by Tip Ullman. He was the promoter, or was he the owner? But let's see, because I vaguely remember Jim Cornette talking about when he first came to Crockett. Crockett had, of course, purchased Georgia Championship Wrestling from, or at least a TBS time slot from Vince McMahon. He still had a crew in Georgia at the time, and I think I think Dick Slater and Buzz Sawyer was booking it, and he was trying to, um, okay, promote it. So Tip Allman promoted it. Huh. But Jim Cornette talked about how, um, at time, they would work Georgia, but wind up being like, he talked about, yeah, we'll be booked to wrestle at some flea market. Hmm. He talking about Michael Hayes. Oh, come on, man. He was the PS stands for purely sissy, not purely sexy. Oh, Bob Russell and Bruno Jr. Damn, Andersons ain't gonna get that kid anything. He's like, well, we don't give a shit who your dad is. I don't think anybody cared for David that much, including his dad. Just kidding. I think they might have reconciled before Bruno's death. I actually watched. It wasn't his shooting review. It was one of those timelines with Bruno. Uh, yeah, I mean Bruno liked a few people. He didn't like Buddy Rogers. He, he would, kind of he liked Lou Albano and all that. Gorilla Monsoon. Now Bruno wasn't like scruffy and hated everything like say like Coley Anderson. It's just Bruno didn't like where wrestling was going at the time. You little shit. Damn, no. Give up, brother. I was going to stomp on it. And that's what the Andersons were known for. Take a body part, mostly time the arm, and work it till he work the arm till he concedes. And this is the setup for it. The big knee to the shoulder. Now the arm bar. Fans actually kind of cheering the Andersons there. Well, remember the story Ricky Morton said where, Ole didn't want to really sell for Ricky Morton. Yeah, the fans seemed like they did. Yeah, he just didn't get over too well. Kind of wanted it till you didn't want it. Now I did watch David Sammartino's shooting review, and he did kind of come off as a prick. And after watching Bruno's, it's like he kind of came off kind of like said, yeah, it's a normal dude. like I say, you gotta love that music. But yeah, like I said, right, it wasn't like so cartoony. Oh, excuse me. He wasn't so cartoony that, uh, like Jesse Ventura was, but like I said, Jesse Ventura was great as color commentator. Um, and yeah, I mean, I remember when he was in as far as David San Martino. Remember when he was in Georgia's or Southern Championship Wrestling from Georgia? Won the that championship from who was it? Joel Deaton. And I mean, not to really knock that promotion, but it was a independent promotion. They had matches at Auction Barn, and but yeah, that was a huge steep down. And according to his David Sheet interview, that was like one of the only championships he ever held. Oh yeah, when you got Stan Hansen there delivering those lariats, got to see the mist of Kabuki. Some young talent before they got big in their territories. Got to see Mike Miller before he became Mike Miller in Portland. Got to see a Jim Norris before he became Boris Zukov. Who else? Seemed to be somebody, Brian Blair before he became a Brian Blair of the Killer Bees. But yeah, some good talent in that promotion, in that area. I mean, that's the reason it was over for so long. I mean, good talent and good direction, good leadership. Until it's just the whole Vince McMahon takeover and stuff like that. I mean, really, Vince McMahon killed wrestling in Atlanta twice, or at least two Atlanta companies. First one was Georgia Championship Wrestling. The second one was WCW. Killed them both, or bought them both. But damn you, Vince. Damn you to hell, Vince McMahon. Just kidding. I ain't got nothing against him. We wrestling fans, I guess, got over it. But I mean, it would be nice if like the independents were at least able to draw as much as the old territories. They could run like an Omni or something like that and draw 10,000 people. Or someplace like I know that Athens Arena, whatever, that draws, I think, well, not draws, but I think it seats like 8 to 10. It would draw like, or even some of these, boys and girls clubs and gymnasiums and stuff like that. Draw like 1,200, 5,000 people, somewhere around 10,000 people. But yeah, if we learn, Joe King, if we learn anything, Dusty puts his pants on one leg at a time. And apparently he likes to book naked. When he's booking wrestlers, he likes to go somewhere and be naked doing it. There's your, there's your Halloween thought. Have nightmares on that one. Yeah, because I think there's a story where, I think it was in WCW. He was in some locker room or some room, and he was Dusty was there. I don't know if he's totally naked or maybe had, well, yeah, I guess totally naked, with a pad and pencil. And someone finally said something to Dustin. It's like, Dustin, could you tell your dad put some fucking clothes on? So he went in there and was like, oh, Dad, what the fuck? And Dusty was like, hey, Thun, I like the book naked. I like the book in the nude, or something like that. But yeah, now I'm not gonna sit here and say that Roddy Piper was or this episode right here, or at this time, Roddy Piper was the first heel color commentator. I really don't know the answer to that. If anybody does, like I said, leave it in the chat, leave it in the comments. Yeah, try to Google that Tim Allman guy, or Tip. Is it Tim Allman or Tip Allman? He said Tip Allman. Maybe I should Google Tim Allman. See what I get with Tim. Let's see what I get with Tim Allman. Oh, come on. Ah. Nope. Mm. I can't find anything. I'll, I'll look some other time. I will look some other time. But yes, we learned that Dusty is like every other man, baby. Hey, like the preacher man. Put his pants on one leg at a time. The banker puts his pants on one leg at a time. The construction worker puts his pants on one leg at a time. And he knew. He knows. Ric Flair, you put your pants on one leg at a time. That was a little risque. Anyway, yeah, I just try to search that, and that was, what the hell? The hell am I got that screen up for? Should have that one. How did I end up there? It's where the Saints got my its own, I guess. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if he was a wrestler too, or just a promoter, or nah, I still don't come up with anything. I see Southern Championship Wrestling is first thing that pops up. Hmm. Anyway, uh, yeah, still nothing came up for that. So I'll look it up later when it comes up again. Maybe maybe I could find a video from the J&J Center, wrestling at the J&J Center. Which I mean, I think they had wrestling at the J&J Center for a long time though. But yeah, I'll search it some other time. But like I said, they had wrestling there for a long time. So I mean, I guess he was the J&J Center promoter. Here's some money. Come play at our place. Kind of, I mean, like Fred Ward was a promoter in Columbus, Jim Barnett, Atlanta. Uh, I forgot the name of it now. The guy's name. There's somebody who promoted in Florida with Eddie Graham before Eddie. I guess that person stepped aside and Eddie Graham took over. Kind of like in Texas. Fritz Von Erich had a business partner who did the promoting. I guess he kind of had to have that because, Fritz was still wrestling when he bought the territory. And I forgot how. There's somewhat. I forgot it now. I gotta rewatch it one day or re-listen to it one day. Where Ron Fuller was talking about how he kind of. It was kind of, when he was trying to meet with like TV people to get Southeastern on TV. I think there's a way he kind of figured it out without having to really meet people. He just took over their time slot. I guess I forget how he did it. Was it Ron Fuller? Was Ron Fuller or somebody? I think it was Ron Fuller who's talking about that. But yeah, it kind of makes sense they had like a partner or something like that to promote because, hello, kayfabe, you don't want to sit there and say, oh yeah, I own this territory, and yes, I wrestle for them. And oh, by the way, I'm the top heel or the top babyface or the first champion, and the belt on me the whole time. That kind of would have been a big red flag saying, "Oh yeah, wrestling's a work." But anyway, I think that's going to do it for me this evening. I'm starting to get a little sleepy, getting a little hungry now. I think I had, according to my camera outside, I did have one person kind of step up, got some candy. So that was pretty cool. I'll just probably dump it in a bowl or dump it in a bag or something like that. Leave it at the office or something like that. Except for the Reese's, of course. I gotta keep the Reese's. Yeah, I tried all that shit. Well, I didn't try all that shit. Like I said, I'll search it later. See who the promoter was. Which, I mean, according to Jim Cornette, it was. I don't think he was I don't know. I guess they were. Yeah, it was still okay. All these guys, but how do you still? I got rewatch Jim Cornette's interview. But basically, the end of the thing was, Crockett and Dusty made sure Midnight Express, wrestling in some of the Georgia towns, but they couldn't lose. They can't lose. And so they had to finally have a match with Dick Slater and Bud Sawyer, and they're like, Broadway. And it's like, Broadway? Why Broadway? This Jim Cornette saying. But they was trying to push Slater and Sawyer out there anyway. But it's like, Broadway. Yep. You can't lose, so we're going Broadway or something like that. And I mean, it was still all these guys. I mean, I guess could be whoever ran the church. I mean, could have been Buddy Fuller. I mean, like I said, they had wrestling at the J&J Center for a long time. I mean, even before the 80s. I think they had wrestling there in the 70s. Because one Facebook site shows pictures of wrestlers, Gene and Ole Anderson at the J&J Center. And I believe it was in the 70s. But anyway, Crockett found out, wound up firing Buzz and Slater, or relieved them of their duties, or I forgot what all happened. I said I got to rewatch it. Then when Dick Slater was wanting to talk to Jim Cornette about it, Jim Cornette's like, I don't know how you found out. Went for me. I'm not a good stooge. And Slater took it and beat up Jim Cornette. Then they wound up going to Mid-South, I think, after that. But yeah, it could have been Ole under the name Alan Rakowski. I mean, that's his real name. But yeah, I mean, granted, every town had their own promoter, but probably in the 80s, might have been somebody, the booking probably came from the Atlanta office, so it could have been Jim Barnett. Well, yeah, Jim Barnett was way gone at the time. I don't think he came back. I mean, he came back for WCW. But It could have been, like I said, it could have been whoever ran the Atlanta office as a promoter. I mean, it could have been Ole at the time until he quit running it. Yeah, we might find some old tapes of the old cards from J&J Center. That'll be interesting. I mean, then after that, I think Deep South Wrestling. Okay, yeah. Well, Deep South Wrestling started running shows, I guess, after Crockett quit running shows there because their main concern was the Omni. They didn't care about the other towns. It was their towns and, the Mid-Atlantic towns and then the Omni in Atlanta. So I think that's how Deep South and I think Georgia Southern Championship Wrestling would also do shows at the J&J Center. At that time. I don't know. I think, wasn't there a show that NWA Wildside did or NCW or something like that? Did at the JJ Center in the late 90s? That would fit in our timeline, my timeline here. Not to find it. Anyway, like I said, that probably does it for me this evening. It's getting about that time. Time to fix some dinner. Then go to sleep. Getting a little sleepy now. But appreciate everybody tuning in this week. And for those of you who watch it later on, appreciate you folks watching it too. Yeah, Bumpers. Well, I thought Bumpers was the JJ Center at one time. They just kept changing names. I could be wrong. They became like Country Rock. Yeah, it became like Country Rock, then Bumpers, then Country Rock again, then, because that place kept changing names. I think it's one of the places that kept changing names. Anyway, but like I said, appreciate everybody tuning in. If you'd watch this like later on, comment section, hit me up comments, memories, opinions, or just a friendly hello. Don't forget to click that like button. And if you're not a subscriber yet, click on that subscribe button. Other than that, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one and take it easy.